Hello, my people. Good day to you, afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you're listening to this. Good day to you. My name is Michael Ojola from Mindset Transformation Africa, and on today's episode of Daily Mind Shift, I want us to talk about the last leg of the growth course that I'm developing, and that is growth, overall life growth. So, for your life growth, there are 5 or 6 thereabout things that I believe if we focus on them, if we take cognizance of them, if we are very intentional about those aspects of our lives, we will definitely grow in life generally. We've talked about spiritual growth, mental growth, emotional growth, financial growth, and these are all aspects of life, but there are also some generic things that I believe cannot be categorized under financial, emotional, spiritual, and mental. That's why I said, okay, for your full life growth, there are tips and habits that I believe we can inculcate into our lives to grow as a living being, to grow as a human being. All right. So, one is exercise. For your life growth, you've got to exercise. All right. You've got to exercise. I've been running 30 minutes now every day for the past 5 months, thereabout. And I've seen difference, all right? I've seen difference, especially in the body metabolism. I think I just feel lighter. I feel healthy. I feel energized. I feel there is no lethargicness, if there is a word like that. There is no lethargicness when I'm waking up now. I wake up sharp. Even lazy days that I will shrug on the bed, I still wake up very sharp. There is a fine-tuning of my mental alertness ever since I started this, and I'm taking a lot of water right now. So I'm trying to cut down on my my carbonated drinks. So I'm taking a lot of water, and exercising has benefited me a lot. And if you read any book concerning life, concerning having a healthy life and all that, exercise is top of the list. Okay, so I will bring that also to you today. For your life growth, you've got to exercise. All right, you might not do 30 minutes run like I do around my room every day. You might not do 2 hours jogging and all that, and I think that is just sometimes insane. You're not trying to run a marathon, are you? So it's basic. You just need some basic thing like 30 seconds squat here, 30 seconds press up there, 5 minutes run there. Just those basic things. Just find a routine that works for you. And I will recommend that you do it early. The moment you wake up from your bed, try to get yourself some water, drink some water, and do the exercise that you want to do for the day. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you're done. I will recommend 30 minutes, but you start somewhere. All right, start somewhere. Exercise. So for your life growth, you've got to exercise. That's number 1 on my list. You got to exercise. And number 2, you have to be disciplined. For your life growth. You have to be disciplined, and exercising requires you to be disciplined. All right, whatever you want to achieve in your life will require you to be intentional and be disciplined about it. You can't just wing it. If you wing life, life will wing you. Okay, if you wing life, life will wing you. You have to be intentional and deliberate about your life, and that requires discipline, regimented discipline. Like, I will wake up today by 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. I will do this, I will do that. Telling yourself to do what you ought to do and following through. That is discipline. Saying that I will not. There are ways I won't talk anymore. There are ways I won't act anymore. There are ways I won't think anymore. That requires discipline. And it will not come easy, because we sometimes humans, we love comfort. We don't want to push ourselves beyond our comfort zone, because we'll just find there, even though we dream a lot about how big our goals and visions how important they are, but we don't push ourselves and demand of ourselves the work required to do those things, the work required to achieve those dreams. And that is where discipline will come into play. Discipline come into play as regards to that. So for your life growth, you've got to be disciplined. In what aspect of your life? On discipline about social media, discipline about the content you read, you listen to, you watch, discipline about how you talk, discipline about how you think, discipline about who you interact with, discipline. All right, for your life growth, you've got to be disciplined. And also, you got to love. I'm not saying you should be fickle. I'm saying you got to love. Come from the position of love for humanity as a whole. Come from that position. If your default is love, it's you won't. There are some aches and pains that you won't go through because you're giving from what you are. I tell people, I say, see, it is in the nature of snakes to bite. If it's not in your nature to love, you won't be able to. You won't find it natural. And love doesn't mean you will tolerate nonsense. Okay, love doesn't mean you will tolerate nonsense. Love doesn't also mean you'll have to tolerate abusive relationship or toxicity. No, love just means that in you wish them well. Inside of you wish them well. You wish them all the best. You don't wish evil upon anyone, like literally anyone, even your worst enemy. You don't wish evil on anyone. That's love. Love is you pray for them, you wish them well. You said, okay, even though we might not be together, that doesn't mean I wish bad to happen to you. That is love. So for you to grow as a human being, you've got to love people. You got to love nature. You got to love life itself. So for your life growth, you've got to love. Also, for your life growth, you have to embrace humility. You need to be humble. You need to intentionally know that you are not all that. Okay, you're not all that. Yes, you have some skill set. I'm not saying you shouldn't be confident in who you are. Rather, I'm not saying that. No, be very confident in who you are. Be bold. Sometimes I will even recommend that you be overconfident in who you are. Walk as if you're a king because you're a king. Walk as if you're a queen because you're a queen. Nevertheless, understand your limitations. When you know that yes, I am skillful. Yes, I am brilliant. But for God, all by the grace of God, all for the service of humanity, all for love, you will be humble. All right. You will know that somebody is around the corner somewhere who is better than you. Someone is around one ghetto somewhere who is richer than you, who is wealthier than you, who is smarter than you, is more intelligent than you. You need to know that in the grand scheme of things, you are just like an ant. In the grand scheme of things, you can just be crushed in a minute. You can just try to cross the road and someone will run a red light and kill you off. That's how trivial our life is. And so also that's how important it is. So as you are confident in your ability, as you are confident in what you carry, as you are confident in the skill set, in the spiritual aspect of your life, be humble. Know that you are not alone in this world, so the world doesn't revolve around you. The world doesn't revolve around you. So for your life growth, embrace humility. Embrace humility. And finally, for your life growth, embrace gratitude. Be grateful. And that will help your humility also. It will help you to love people. Be grateful. Be grateful for where you are, even though you don't really like where you are right now. Be grateful for what you have, even though you desire to have more. Be grateful for the people in your life, even though you might not like their sorry ass, but be grateful indeed, because you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. You still have some people checking on you, saying, how are you doing today? Be grateful for that. You still have people smiling at you on the road. Be grateful for that, because many people wish they have people to call them today. Some people are in their old age. Their children are not even calling them. So be grateful for those relationships. Be grateful for the money you have. Still little, but be grateful. He that is faithful in the little will be made to rule over many. That's what the scripture says. So be grateful. Embrace gratitude. So for your life growth, be grateful. Be grateful. Thank you for listening to me on today's episode of Daily Mind Shift, and we will talk later. Bye.